says groove.
You gotta be grooving, you gotta be
You've
grooving.
got to groove when the Spirit says groove.
You have got to groove.
When the Spirit says groove, you've got to groove, oh Lord. You've got to groove when the Spirit says groove.
Says groove.
Spirit says groove. Spirit says groove. Spirit says groove. Spirit says groove. Spirit says groove. Spirit says groove.
You've got to rock when the Spirit says rock. You've got to rock when the Spirit says rock. When the Spirit says rock, you've got to rock, oh Lord. You've got to rock when the Spirit says rock. 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 Spirit says rock.
Check it. Yo, I had to call before I walk and now I do the 1-2 step. I heard the Spirit and it said the groove, yeah. That's why I do my own shuffle, tapping feet, clapping hands. If you could talk, you could sing. If you could walk, you could dance. Spirit told me bless the track with the vocals, and I come around your city rocking with the locals. Fading out, got my eyes closed. I think the Lord talking to me, gotta get up all in my zone. Candle gazing after doing Kundalini. I wrote it in my journal, trying to find the true meaning. It ain't gonna happen overnight, I really ain't stressing. I'ma get the blessing. I don't need Google directions, I just follow Spirit. I think I start to hear it. The elders talk about alignment, I just start to get near it. Walk along the path, with or without a groove. When the Spirit says do, I make it do what it do. Come on.
Do when the Spirit says do.
Oh yeah.
You got to do.
Y'all know what it's like when the Spirit says do. I mean, you just gotta do what it do. I know right now with some Spirit talking to you inside and it's telling you to do something, and whatever that is, go with it. Alright? Spirit says do. Spirit says do. Spirit says do, and you know what? I'ma do what I do. You go ahead and do what you do, and that's how we gon' do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. Hey, 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 hey. Oh yeah.
Come, whoever you are. Come, whoever you are. You've broken your vows 1,000 times.
Good morning. My name is Marcus Gray-Haug. I'm the Director of Music Ministries here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation at Montclair. And my pronouns are he, him, and his. And we're about to start our gathering hymn. But as we do that, we're going to join together for our chalice lighting. And for that, you may want to find a candle, if you don't have a chalice at home, or something else you can light. Okay? I'm joined by Julia Crafton. She's going to join me. And we're going to lead you in hymn number 397, Morning Has Come. Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day. Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day.
Morning has come, night
Morning
is
has
away.
come, night
Rise with
is
the sun and
Rise
welcome
with the
the
sun
day.
and
Morning
welcome
has
the
come,
day.
night is away.
Night
Rise with
is
the
away.
sun and
Rise with
welcome
the
the
sun
day.
and
Morning
welcome
has
the
come,
day.
night is
has
away.
come,
Rise
night
with
is
the
away.
sun and
Rise
welcome
with the sun and welcome the
the
day.
day.
Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever your age, identity, history, ability, gender, sexual orientation, or political affiliation, you are welcome to bring your full self here. Even here, especially here to this virtual space that we have carved out for connection amidst the turmoil of our days. Grounded in faith, we come together to nurture the soul, inspire hope, and bring into being a more just and loving world. My name is Dan Silver. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I am a member of this congregation. If you are joining us at 9:30, please continue with us for the virtual Connection Cafe beginning at 10:30. The link was sent out in a recent announcement to our congregation and again via Realm. If you are like me, you are experiencing a range of emotions. It is okay to feel anxious, sad, or afraid. Take care of yourself, family, and friends. Know this: whatever happens, we will get through this together.
It's time to light our chalice. Perhaps you have a chalice or a candle at home that you can light with us. Even a flashlight, anything you have nearby that you can illumine. So let's light our collective chalices as we share our chalice lighting affirmation. Let us open our eyes to see what is beautiful. Let us open our minds to learn what is true. Let us open our hearts to love one another.
Hello and good morning. As we do this brand new dance of staying connected virtually while maintaining that healthy social distance we've been asked to maintain, it is with great joy that we share this video with you. Conceived and filmed by member David Beckman Gaines, this pledge video is a mini love story about our facility and about you, its people. We hope you too will find joy in seeing our beautiful facility and the way it is nurtured and how we are cared for by none other than our lead custodian, Dawn Coleman.
I knew in coming here, my family, when they found out what I was doing, was not going to be happy. They really thought that this was beneath me. I'm going to be honest. I did feel that the first month, what am I doing? Why am I cleaning people's toilets? But once I got over that, it didn't bother me anymore. It was so what? Just do it. How is having an income beneath anyone? I get up every morning and I look forward to coming here now. When I go in that sanctuary, I'm amazed. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I don't feel like it's meaningless work. It's not. When I really got to understand what made this place so special, it was that everyone was welcome. That blew my mind. All of the principles and the things that this place stands for, I didn't have before I got here. I was raised different. My son came out to me. And being here allowed me to be open to that. I had to let go of my expectations for my son's life, what I thought he should be or what I thought he should do. Being part of this place here allowed me to do that. When someone comes to your home, you want your home to be beautiful. This place is special and someone's got to take care of it. I feel honored that it's me. It allows people to come here and create amazing memories. My name is Dawn Coleman, lead custodian here at UUCM.
So please be assured that our building will be ready for you when it is time for all of us to return. If you are moved now or at the close of our service to make your pledge or make a special donation to our congregation, you can use the Learn More button on this Facebook page to navigate directly to our website. There you can click on the buttons at the top of the page to give our weekly collection or to make your pledge. This is also a great time to sign up for Realm, our secure online database, if you haven't already done so.
We enter into this space of depth, each as we are called, finding a deep reflection, a soft meditation, an ardent prayer, each as we are called. And yet somehow, magically, even in this virtual space, all together. And we enter into this space by hearing the lamentations, the requests, and the remembrances of our community. Let us hear one another to heal one another. Jane Gartner and Kate Phillipson light a candle of remembrance for Neil Phillipson, Jane's husband of 24 years, and Kate's dad, who passed away 14 years ago on March 16th. He is much missed. And we light a candle for all those who are suffering exclusion and isolation, who are afraid or anxious in this time of concern and confusion. And we light another candle, a candle of witness for those who have been the victims of hate crimes, especially Chinese citizens, because of prejudice and fear in the wake of the spread of the coronavirus. Breathe with me. Be with me. Here in this shared space of witness and connection with one another and with that we understand as holy and whole. We are a community, and we will care for one another, even as our own wits are tested, even as we are struggling to understand our own place in this new chaos. We will not turn from one another. We are a community, and we will care for one another, and of course, for ourselves. And we will hold those who are most vulnerable closest at hand, knowing we are more for this, and that now this is the work we are called to do. The Reverend David Bumbaugh, a mentor of mine, has said that we Unitarian Universalists are dedicated to the proposition that behind all of our differences, beneath all of our diversity, there is a unity that makes us one and binds us forever together, in spite of time and death and the space between the stars. Let us pause now in silent witness to that unity. Hold this space of pause, of silence with me as we breathe together. Amen. May it be so.
Dressed in tutus and ballet shoes, twirling across the living room. 3 years old, Rosie smiled, sat down and watched me for a while, jumping on the bed, singing show tunes, banging on the piano all afternoon, or telling you all my dreams. I was perfectly imperfect me, pretending to be a superstar, strumming away at my guitar, loving the feeling of being on stage, or the goosebumps I get when a curtain would erase, pretending to play for a stadium crowd, hollering songs loud and proud. Didn't matter where I was, only who I want to be. I was perfectly imperfect me. I was perfectly imperfect me. Creating these songs are mine for the taking. Their lyrics and chords and melodies, memories are mine in the making. My words are waking, and no one has been or will ever be perfectly imperfect to me. Maybe someday I'll sing in Madison Square, a dream come true to be standing there. Or maybe soon my songs will be forgotten in a box in the attic, no longer wanted. Maybe I'll never get the chance to see the curtains raised, but I can pick my own flowers, make my own bouquets. Music sets me free, it allows me to be perfectly imperfect me. Forever be perfectly imperfect to me. Oh, imperfect to me. Perfectly imperfect me.
Wow. Right? Wow. When Julia came in this morning and started singing, I knew that everything was going to be okay. When our tech crew arrived and put on their fancy headsets, I knew that everything was going to be okay. When Sue Raufer, our board president, walked in and brought coffee, I knew that everything was going to be okay. When David Hanley started taking photos, I knew that everything was going to be okay. It is a blessing to be with you, a joy to feel your presence here even now. We are connecting, and we are experiencing this together. And we are experiencing this pandemic together. From the Greek, pan and demos. Pan, all, demic, people. We are all in this together, people. And that is our vulnerability and our strength. Why do I say strength? Following the lead of our congregation's Justice Study Group on fair housing, I gathered with many of our interfaith clergy and others to witness the last town council meeting here in Montclair this past Tuesday. At our evening, there was a proposal to institute a rent increase ordinance to protect renters in Montclair from greedy landlords and to protect our own town in general from losing its most vulnerable citizens. Many of the people who spoke said, Montclair is blessed by diversity. We need to protect the most vulnerable or we will lose that diversity. And others said that because of unfair rent increases, they had seen many of their friends and neighbors be pushed out of our town. And others said that they themselves were vulnerable to eviction. What happened next was amazing. Montclair had ignored these pleas for a long time. For at least 30 years, the town council evaded the call for adequate fair housing, and they refused to take a stand to protect our most vulnerable citizens from rent hikes. The result has been gentrification and an exodus, specifically of Black and brown families and others beset with hardship from our schools and our community. But at this meeting, the council as a whole finally listened and decided to bring a good ordinance forward for a vote. Why? Hard work from many citizens and leaders organizing, speaking, agitating, and this is the important part, and because of vulnerability. Vulnerability is the most accurate measure of our courage. And shared vulnerability leads to collective strength. That's what I believe. When we can feel the truth of our own shared collective pan-all-demic people vulnerability, our shared collective vulnerability, when we can feel this, we are more prepared to witness the vulnerability of others. We are more prepared to see the vulnerability of others, the truth of that vulnerability, and we are more prepared then to work to protect them. I feel that here. I feel that here already. We are mobilizing on all fronts to care for one another. Our care team is planning an effort of cards and calls and working with our Connection Cafe team. They will organize grocery deliveries for those who cannot leave home to restock. Our membership team will be reaching out to all of our recent new members and guests to check in and be of service. Our board is acting quickly and effectively to serve our health and the health of the wider community. Our religious education team is mobilizing to serve families, children, and youth. Our staff is working collectively to develop and offer virtual programming, to make calls, and to reorganize our efforts to serve you in this new and strange time. And that is just some of it. And beyond, there are many others gathering to offer these services. Interfaith clergy, Unitarian Universalist religious professionals, and the Unitarian Universalist Association are making connections that will help us engage as best as possible through these challenges. This is the first time in a long time that I have been on Facebook and seen pretty much everyone acting gregariously and with love and care for one another. Dear ones, we are vulnerable, and we need to pay attention to our needs, the needs of our families and the needs of our community members. And we are more united than ever, even now, when keeping a safe distance. We are crossing that distance with our love. More connected, more whole. We are more now together. To close, here's a blessing that you may have heard from the poet Lynn Ungar. This verse, pandemic, is becoming a rally cry for our collective survival. The poet Lynn Ungar. What if you thought of it as the Jews consider the Sabbath, the most sacred of times? Cease from travel, cease from buying and selling. Give up, just for now, on trying to make the world different than it is. Sing, pray, touch only those to whom you commit your life. Center down. And when your body has become still, reach out with your heart. Know that we are connected in ways that are terrifying and beautiful. You could hardly deny it now. Know that our lives are in one another's hands. Surely that has come clear. Do not reach out your hands, reach out your heart. Reach out your words, reach out all the tendrils of compassion that move invisibly where we cannot touch. Promise this world your love, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, so long as we all shall live. The poet Lynn Ungar, who wrote this on March 11th. I want to invite you to hold on to this reflection question. We'll be returning to it in our virtual Connection Cafe. and perhaps you'll have an opportunity to reflect with others from our congregation that you gather with in other virtual ways throughout the day. Our question: how will you reach out? How will you reach out today, tomorrow, and the next day? How will you reach out to promise your love? Amen. Our closing hymn, which we will sing together, is "We Laugh, We Cry." Please join us in body and spirit.
We laugh, we cry, we live, we die. We dance, we sing our song. We need to fear there's something here to which we can belong. We need to feel the freedom just to have some time alone. But most of all, we need close friends which we call very own. To believe in life and in the strength of love. And we have found our needs to be together. We have our hearts to give. We have our thoughts to receive. We believe that sharing is the answer. Our lives are full of wonder and our time is very brief. The death of one among us fills our hearts with pain and grief. But as we live, so shall we die. And when our lives are done, the memory we have shared with friends, they linger on and on. And we believe in life and in the strength of love. And we have found a place to be together. We have a right to grow. We have the gift to believe that with the peace we live as answered. We seek elusive answers to the questions of this life. We seek to put an end to all the waste of human strife. We search for truth, equality, and blessed peace of mind. And then we come together here to sense of what we find. And we believe in life and in the strength of love. And we have found our joy being together. And in our strength, our peace, maybe we'll finally see. Even to question truly is the answer.
We are in this together. If you're able to join us later for a virtual connection cafe at 10:30 this morning or next Sunday, please join us. The link will be posted to this page and sent out to you over Realm. We, our congregation, we are dedicated to the proposition that, will you say this with me? Behind all our differences, beneath all our diversity, there is a unity that makes us one and binds us forever together in spite of time and death and the space between the stars. Let us pause now in silent witness to that unity. We extinguish our chalice until we meet again, virtually or otherwise. You are in our hearts. Amen.